Hey, how are you today? I have a quick question for you. Have you read this yet? It's the attachment on the email. It is about anti-competition in buying and selling homes. It's written by two people that are definitely not on my Christmas card list, probably shouldn't be on yours either. But this is a very real indication about what's going on in our industry, right? People are attacking NAR. You're familiar with the lawsuits. Seems to be the lawsuits that nobody's really talking about locally, with the exception of Julie Reberg. Julie, at the annual event, at the NAR annual meeting, she did have a whole slide about the lawsuits and what's going on. I don't believe she had nearly enough time to go into detail about them, but I give her a lot of credit for talking about them. She runs a world-class organization, and I have not heard other associations locally talking about the lawsuits. Like, you gotta understand, this is game-changing things that are going to happen in our industry. And they're only a couple weeks away, I believe. Now, let me put it another way. The decoupling of commissions. It's a game changer. And nobody seems to be talking about it. What are we going to do? Where do we go from there? Right? When that happens, what are our strategies to come out on top? Right? Like, it frustrates me a lot because I don't believe enough people locally are talking about that. And so what am I going to do? Again, I try to be part of the solution. Okay? So what I'm putting together is a series of workshops. Okay? October 25th in Holland, October 26th in Grand Rapids, and October 27th in Traverse City. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to show up. We're probably going to have some great cocktails. And I'm going to discuss the lawsuits so you know what they're about, right? And if you've read this, you know it's not going to be good. It's not going to be pretty because there's people coming after NAR, right? We're going to talk about the lawsuits, and we're going to talk about why the Department of Justice pulled their settlement from NAR, right? Like, Department of Justice, NAR, they were working towards an agreement. They agreed, and somebody pulled out, and it wasn't NAR. And we're going to talk about that too. The third thing we're going to discuss is why a global settlement is necessary. Like, I hadn't heard the term global settlement until a few weeks ago. But when you're talking about a class action lawsuit, or several, and there can be copycat lawsuits, like, a global settlement is necessary, and it's important, and I'm going to explain to you what that is, why it's important, and why disassociating yourself from NAR is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody doing. And then the fourth thing we're going to talk about is I'm hoping everybody can contribute. I'm hoping everybody will share at these workshops, but I will tell you exactly what our three strategies are at Next Home Champions going forward. Right? And I think there's something that everybody can use because this is what I believe, right? I believe if we are all working forward, right, working together, even whether you're at my brokerage, somebody else's brokerage, or anything like that, the more people that are educated and have a plan going forward, the better job we're going to do when we're collaborating on transactions. So anyhow, that's what I'm talking about. If you haven't read this yet, I'll tell you what. I want you to read it. I want you to get worked up a little bit about it because then you're going to want to do something about it. There are people coming after NAR. There are people coming after realtors. And they're game-changing things that are going to happen within a matter of a few weeks. And I want to make sure that we're ready for it, and I want to make sure that you're ready for it too. So October 25th, we're going to be in Holland. October 26th, we're going to be in Grand Rapids. And the 27th, we're going to be in Traverse City. Smash the button right there and sign up. And I'll see you then. Have a great day and do your best to make today awesome.